If you think that house prices have skyrocketed, you really should look at rent. Hello, Shane Willis, Pensacola real estate expert, bringing you today's episode. Happy Monday. Got Halloween this week, and according to WAR, we may be a thunderstorm Halloween, so that means some people are going to have to eat candy they thought they were going to hand out. I hope that's not me. Anyways, I just wanted to, I'm shooting down on my phone because I wrote a couple of notes on this episode here. If you think that house prices have skyrocketed, you really should look at rent. You really should look at rent. I was reading this article over the weekend, and I thought this would be a really good episode. Basically, there was an increase in the housing market since 2012. We've seen housing prices go up for 7 straight years now, right? That's why a lot of people think that with this new recession that's probably looming the next 12 to 18 months, that we're going to see a downturn in real estate. And there is nothing economically pointing to that. If you've listened to any of the podcasts I've talked about, it says out of the last 5, only twice has real estate went down, and one of those times it went down less than 2%. It was like just a little blip down. The other 3 times it actually went up during a recession, and that's what everything's pointing to in this next recession that we're looking at, probably 2020, 2021, somewhere around in there. I would venture to say it may be 2020 just because that's a political year, so things may get pushed, but I'm not going to go into my political views. Not on this show. Anyways, so you've seen housing go up since 2012, but boy, have you looked at rent. Have we looked at what rent goes up? So Apartment Rent Report, RentCafe did a apartment rent report, and it said continued interest in rental apartments and slowing construction keeps the national average rent on a strong upward trend. That's why some people are still investing in real estate as rental income, because we've seen it. And here's the big thing. Zillow came out with their rent index, and it said the median U.S. rent grew 2% year over year to $15.95 per month. $15.95. That's $1,595 a month. That's the average rent. National rent is faster than a year ago. And pay attention to this, and while 46 of the 50 largest markets are showing deceleration in annual growth home value, annual rent growth is accelerating in 41 out of the 50 largest markets. I'm going to put this notes in the show notes. So if you just want to click those notes, whatever platform you're listening or watching me on, I'll show you how that works. Basically, and I don't want to get confused. It talked about 46 of the 50 largest markets are showing a deceleration. They're not showing negative. It just means instead of double-digit returns, we're coming back down to single-digit returns. That's what we've seen here. 2017, Escambia and Santa Rosa County averaged about 10.2 to 10.8% appreciation. 2018, it came back down to the single digits. Looks like 2019 is going to be the same. But we've also seen a serious increase in rent. I can speak for this not only just on a micro level, but I mean all the way down to me personally. I have a rental right now. The tenant, the lease was up in February. I was renting it out for $875. I was renting it out at $875. It's a little 3.2, close to the back gate of NAS. So it finished in February. He transferred out. I re-rented it at $945. It was on the market for about 72 hours. Okay. That was in late February, early March. Well, he got orders early. I have a military clause in my lease because, well, I'm a veteran, so I get it. Sometimes when you get a military orders, there's nothing you can do about that. All right. He showed me the orders. He followed the rules and said I have to leave in the middle of September. I said, okay. So since he did all that, worked out, moved out, I put it back on the market middle of September. And instead of $945, I asked $995. It was on the market about 72 hours. My point on all of this is that rents are continuing to rise. That's just a personal story. All right. And literally the person that wanted to rent it paid me the rest of September and all of October up front to make sure they could get it because they couldn't find a place. And that's just one story. I've got a nice property there. It's going to continue to rise though. Rents continue to go up. That's why I try and tell some of these first-time home buyers, you need to lock in, especially with these low interest rates, you need to lock in and go ahead and buy a home. Because can you imagine what's going to happen over the next 5 years? If this continues, inventory is just low. If you watch my show, How's the Market, Pensacola, I do a weekly show. And boy, especially over in Santa Rosa County is crazy right now. Anything under $500,000 is a hyper seller's market. But rents are going up faster than the appreciation on some of these properties. So cash flow is going up faster. Some of my renters, some of my clients that rent out properties are just enjoying increase. All right. And it's hurting some of the first-time home buyers. So I would highly suggest, if you are, two things. One, if you don't own your property yet, let's talk and let's figure out a way to get that, because that will at least level that out. You're not going to see that increase. Every year. Make sense? You're not going to continue to see that. Whereas, if you haven't got an investment property yet and you want to take advantage of some of these rising rents, which is going to continue because we still have an inventory shortage, look out there and see what you can get under $1,000 a month. Look out there and see what you can get under $1,200 a month. But if you can buy a property for $100,000, $150,000 and can rent it out for those type purchase price or those rents, you wind up cash flowing $300, $400, $500 a month because of where the interest rates are on mortgages right now. So, you think house prices have skyrocketed? Look at the rents. All right, that's all I got for you today. As always, if you've not subscribed to get the tips, tricks, graphs, infographics, get over to 5minutesinrealestate.com. It's 5minutesinrealestate.com. Plus, get over to the Facebook page, facebook.com/Shane Willis, the Realtor. I'm going to be giving a couple of tickets away to our client appreciation event. I have rented an entire theater for the opening night of Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. And I'm going to be giving away a couple of tickets, but you can only even get the info on those tickets if you like the Facebook page and you kind of followed that. So facebook.com/Shane Willis, the Realtor. It's Monday. I hope you have a great week.